Then we brought after them, means the disbeliever folks who drowned, a different generation, a generation from the believers' descendant who survived with Noah on the ark. And we sent to them a messenger from among themselves. That was Prophet Hud to the people of Ad, descendant of Sam, son of Noah. Do worship Allah. You have no deity other than Him. Will not you be pious? It's the same message that was sent to their grandfather Noah. Said the dominant who disbelieved from his people and denied the meeting of the hereafter, whom we gave them luxury in this lower life. This is not but a man like yourself, who eats what you eat from and drinks from what you drink. Means the influential disbeliever people in a society who lives in luxury usually are the beneficiaries of the inequality and corruption in it. And it's in their best interest that their status continues as is. Therefore, they are the first to meet Allah's messenger with denial. And if you obey a man like yourselves, then you are losers. Does he promise you that if you die and become dust and bones, you will be rebrought, mean resurrected back, away to what you are promised? Notation of arrogance. But this time around, they are not denying the oneness of Allah, but denying resurrection. There is nothing but our lower life. We die and we live, and we shall not be resurrected. He is not but a man who culminates a lie about Allah, and we will not to him, means Hud, become believers. Then we brought after them different generations, many generations after Ad. No nation will precede its term, and they are not delayed. Means no nation can precede the term that God has set for it, nor can it end before its set term end comes. Then we sent our messengers in individual successions. Every time a nation gets its messenger, they denied him. So we followed some with the others, and we made them narrations, mean historical stories. So away with the folks who don't believe, means we destroy the deniers. Then other generation come after them, and they again lied and denied. So we destroy them too. Then we sent Moses and his brother Aaron with our signs and clear authority to Pharaoh and his nobles. They scorned, and they were haughty folks. Mean Pharaoh and his followers knew there is God, but they refused to obey his commands, as they felt egoistic at a special high status that Allah's command does not apply to them. They said, should we believe in two men like ourselves, and their people for us are in servitude? So they, mean Pharaoh and his follower, denied them, Moses and Aaron, and they were among the perished. And we brought to Moses the scripture, means the Torah. Perhaps they, mean children of Israel, would become guided. And we made the son of Mary and his mother a sign. Mary got pregnant with no human involvement, and Jesus was born with no father involvement. And we sheltered them to a hill having visible provisions, mean the means of stability were available for them, such as water Mary can see with her own eyes, and food from palm trees that descended next to them. O messengers, eat from what is good and do righteous. I am of what you do knowledgeable. Mean follow Allah's command in food and activities, for Allah is knowledgeable in all that is good and right for you. And indeed, this is your community, one community, and I am your God, so to me be pious. Mean you are but one nation on one belief, following one God, so only fear and obey Allah's command and maintain your unity. So they tore their commands among them into pieces, every sect with what they have rejoicing. Mean, then the people who followed the messengers, Moses and Jesus, later divided themselves into groups and altered the scripture, every group became fanatical about their own opinions and rejoiced with it, even if it disobeyed Allah's commands. So let them in their immersion until a time, means, O Muhammad, leave them in their dark negligence. They are like someone who is submerged underwater by his ignorance, and eventually they will stop breathing and drown. Do they think that we extend to them wealth and children? So these groups who disobey God think it's good for them that God extend them of wealth and children. We hasten to them in abundance, rather they don't perceive. Mean God extend to those who seek, but these groups don't perceive it, as it is a temptation that will drown them further in their ignorance. Indeed, those who are out of fear of God are in pity, mean those who are humbled out of fear of God, that they pity themselves by obeying God and doing righteous deeds. And they who believe in the signs of their God, and those who don't associate partners with their God, mean not just polytheism, but acknowledging that everything is from God and by His permission. And those who bring forth what they have been brought, and their hearts are in awe, as they will be returning to their God, mean those who give others what is owed to them, whether these rights are for God, such as charity, or to humans, such as deposits or trusts, doing that knowing in their hearts that they will meet God on Judgment Day. Those who hasten to good deeds, and in it they race. And we don't charge a self, but its capacity. And with us a book of deeds, that speaks with the truth. And they, mean all human selves, shall not be wronged.